Okay, we're in section 2.1, and this time we're going to be talking about different types of drawings. We're going to take three-dimensional shapes and draw them in a two-dimensional way. And that's actually, let me find my page here, that's actually the definition of an isometric drawing. Isometric drawings are you use dot paper, and I hope this shows up well enough. It seems a little faded, but we'll try it. An isometric drawing shows a corner view of an object. In which the shape of the object is preserved. This is the definition. Okay, when you draw cubes on isometric drawings, it might be a good idea to draw, I don't know if you want to start from the bottom or the top. It might be easier to start with the front piece here. See the one that's kind of shaded? If you start with that front piece, we're really just copying this. Think of drawing your vertical lines. You have three vertical lines that are the edges of these two cubes. So that could be the first part of your drawing here. And then you could start by drawing the top of the cube, kind of makes a diamond shape. So if you draw 4 diamonds on top of those vertical lines, oops, you have the top part of that three-dimensional shape. This is not too hard because we haven't started stacking them yet. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, but that's basically an isometric drawing. The other definition on this page is an orthographic drawing, and that one is one where you show actually the top, the side, and the front view. So it shows a straight on view of the object. It's not a corner view anymore, it's a straight on view of an object. Okay, so let's use these boxes down here to draw this shape. The top view, since what you see if you looked above at this shape, since you only see 4 squares, that's what you draw. For the side view, let's draw the left and the right side. Sometimes these are different. Sometimes they're the same. On this one, if you looked, this is the front of this shape, so coming around this way would be the right side of it. So when you look straight on at the right side of it, all you're going to see is 2 cubes, or 2 squares. And if you turned it around and looked from the left side, you actually see the same thing. So these are the side views, left and right views are the same. Now if you come around to the front, and the front's going to be shaded, that's going to be your front view. You're also going to see just the same thing you did when you were on the left and right sides. Now this is a pretty simple one, but they do get a little more complicated when they have stacked cubes. Let's try one with one that's stacked. Alright, on the next page, see how this one, it has a side right here. Alright, this time, let's just label, this is the front. We'll call this part right here the front. Sometimes the front will be on this side. Usually it'll be labeled for you. Alright, on this one, why don't we start by, I think I'm going to start from the top and go down because you're stacking this one. To start, draw a diamond, and that gives you that top. We're drawing this top part right here, and then draw 3 vertical lines that come down. That's going to be the side of the 2 front sides of your cube, and then go ahead and draw that, finish that out. Now you've drawn a cube, you've drawn this. Let's draw this top one right here. The bottom base right here we're going to connect to the side, so you kind of can just start drawing some more diamonds that are connecting to this vertex point right here. This takes a little bit of practice sometimes, but and then now just draw vertical lines coming down from each vertex, and if you connect those, it's kind of this dot to dot, you're connecting the dots, you've recreated that picture, and it's now in 3 dimensions. It looks more like a corner view here. And again, let's label this part the front, this right here. So the side view, let's do the left. Let's see if we can see this. Let's do the left and the right sides. Now when you draw a side view, just make sure you think of walking around the shape. The shape doesn't move, you walk around it. So if this is the front of this, and we're going to walk around to, let's start with the left side. To the left side, that would be on this side right here. Now think of looking straight on. You would see 2 at the bottom and then 1 stacked on this left side right here. So 2 at the bottom and 1 stacked up. That would be the left side. Now for the right side, think of you're standing in front of this and then you come around to the right side of it. It's kind of harder to do because you're having to visualize seeing this from the right side, but if you came in from the right, this time the stacking is going to be on the left, on the right. So it's kind of like a reversed view of the one that was on the left. Now if you came around from the top and looked straight down, you are going to see just 4 squares. And then the front view, you will see these 2 in the front and then 1 stacked up on the right. So it's kind of like the right view that we just drew. Again, these are kind of complicated, so if you want, I have some cubes that you can actually build these and then draw them from a built version. Kind of makes it a little bit easier. Now this one wants to know how many cubes it actually takes to build it. And again, you can borrow mine if you wanted to build it. They are usually always solid figures, unless, they always will be. So there is a hidden one in here. If you look at, let's go back and look at the picture here. There really aren't just 4 cubes. There's one underneath this one. So when you ever look at one like this and you're asked to name how many cubes, just remember it's going to be representing something solid. So if there's one stacked, there's always one underneath it. So this will be, there's 5 cubes in this one. Let me know if you have any more questions on that one. Okay, let's get to one that is a little bit trickier. You might want to draw the marks in on this one. I think I'll show you this. If you were to take this and draw the diagonal lines and the vertical lines connecting the dots, that might help you draw this one. It might make it a little bit easier. We're going to let this be our front right here. So when you draw this one, I think I'll finish this in and draw these cubes in here. Might make this a little bit easier. See how it's, if you look at it, it's 3 stacks, 2 stacks, and then just 1 level right here. Again, I like to start from the top, so I'm going to start by drawing a diamond, and that always gives you one of your cubes. Now because this diamond and this diamond are connected at this edge right here, I'm going to go ahead and draw that. It's really just copying. You're just copying this picture. If you notice, this one goes down 3 vertical dots. So I'm going to go down 3. Go ahead and connect those. I'm going to go ahead and draw the cubes in like that. And then again, this one goes down. Let's draw this one. Now notice that this diamond right here is starting the next level. So instead of drawing straight down, I'm going to make a diamond. And then I'm going to make another diamond right next to it, because that's going to be the top of these 2 cubes. That's what I'm going to do before I draw the vertical lines coming down. And then I can connect these. Okay, again, now the faces that are on the top of the bottom level are another pair of 2 diamond shapes. and then draw your vertical lines going down. Again, this can be kind of tricky, so if you mess up, just erase it or move over and try again. It's not going to be, you don't have to be perfect, it just has to look pretty close. That's the isometric drawing. Now let's draw the side views, top views, and the front view. The side views, let's draw the right and the left. Remember, the front part is right here. So when you come around to the right, think of walking around this shape and going to this side. You're going to see 3 stack, a 2 stack, and a 1 stack. And the 3 will be on the right side. So there's going to be 3, and then 2, and then 1. That would be the right side. When you come around here to the left side, you're going to see 3, 2, and 1, but this time the 3 is going to be on the left. So draw it that way. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. And move this up. And 1 on the right. Okay. On the top view of this one, to do the top view, think of looking straight down from the top. You will just see 2, 2, and 2, and they're all going to be stacked. All the edges are going to be next to each other. So it ends up looking kind of like that. The front view is very interesting because it's going to be the same. When you come around to the front and you look straight on, you're going to see these two, and these two. And remember that a orthographic drawing is taking a 3-dimensional shape and drawing it as 2 dimensions. So you're really just looking at what the squares that you see. So it's just basically drawing a bunch of squares, but you got to put them in the right place. Alright, this one, if we were to count how many cubes, remember that these are solid shapes and there's no holes in the behind part of this shape. So if you think of, let's start from the back. If you think of these 2 cubes and solid underneath, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 just in this level right here. And then 7, 8, 9, 10 total, and then 11 and 12. So there are 12 cubes that create that shape. Alright, let's go to the last page. Is called foundation drawing. A foundation drawing is a diagram of the foundation showing the height of each area. This one is a little bit different because they're starting with a diagram. Well, let's write the definition first. It's a diagram of the foundation showing the height of each area. Okay, so it's giving you a picture of 3 different isometric drawings with a foundation drawing right here. This is called the foundation drawing. With the isometric drawing here, they're telling you with these numbers the actual stack, how many are in each that are coming up. If you look at the first one, see how the base is, it looks like the base is okay because there's 1 and 1. And then if you were to draw just the front top view or base view, this is what you would see. But if you notice, this one right here, this number 2 is in the wrong place. Right here, this should be where the 2 is. Let's write that on here. This would need to be 2 cubes high. Right here on this stack. But the base matches. This one, the base doesn't match. So that's why this one's not it and this one's not it. This is the one that creates the foundation of this because there's 1, 1, is a stack of 2 here, and then 2, and then 1. So this one's correct. Okay. Now it's time to do some on your own. Good luck.